You know what I'm saying? The rest of everything else was just kind of like a nigga was just in a zone, like in a fade, like shit was just coming at you and it was like whatever. But I actually enjoyed that moment. Like that nigga was like, yo, I'm gonna play this shit. And it was like a pinnacle moment to get on that station. So it was like when he played it and I heard it on the radio, I was up about it. I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, like, damn, it sound good on the radio too. It wasn't even like, it mixed right in with everything else. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got like a real business space then, like, okay, this shit could go. Like, this one right here. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't fuck around with this. You got to really go in on this shit. So, yeah.
Definitely one of the soundtracks of that time, man. Of that whole era, She's Got It is like at the top of that list. And it even made several lists, like the top 100 songs from the 2010s, something like that. Several lists that song is on, man. But people always want to know, like, what in the world is it like in a moment like that? Like the radio plays, everybody's calling you. And it seems like you kept your composure through it all. But eventually, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You say what you're saying.
But eventually, the song ends up being certified gold really quick, then certified platinum that very same month, man. Now, at this time period, were you still working out your deal? How did your record deal end up going?
Well, see, like, I mean, the deal situation was kind of tricky because I'm a solid dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to do, put it like this. The first original version of the record was already successful. Like it was moving. So it's just, I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't know how successful the shit was being. Like it was different then. Like you was putting CDs on me, putting the music on a CD and going and passing the shit out. So I didn't really know how far the reach was. It was in that A already. It was in so many places with me and Chai. You know what I'm saying? So the shit was already working and already doing its due diligence. You know what I'm saying? Like it was moving right. You know what I'm saying? So, I just didn't know that. So me not knowing that and me like feeling like, yo, I done invested so much into this, so much into that. Like where the fuck the deal at? I went to Justice League. You know what I'm saying? They came to a Tampa music conference and I had one new artist of the year at that conference. And you know how these music conferences go now, like, you know what I'm saying? When you green and you don't really know what's going and your shit like, you know what I'm saying, looming and everybody like fucking with you. And it's an A&R there that want to do a deal with you. You gonna probably most likely take that deal or try to do that deal. So, you know, Coleon fucked with me. He was like, yo, and I knew Coleon from Justice League from Pete. So Coleon had made some beats. He had a record called Badass White Boy he'd made back in the days that was playing on the radio. And from Justice League, one of the you know three that make beats in Justice League, like I knew him from P. So when he came to me and was like, "Yo, I want to fuck with you," you know what I'm saying? We got a spot in Tallahassee, you know what I'm saying? Come up here and record some music with us. We about to move to Atlanta, but we want you to come up here and fuck with us. You know, man. I went and got a travel permit from probation and the whole shit to go to Tallahassee to record with them.
And I wanted a little bit about your deal. And how it was structured. So it looked like you had got in touch with somebody from the Justice League and they were talking about moving to Atlanta and doing some other type of moves. Go ahead and break that down.
Yeah, so I had met Coleon back when I was with P, you know what I'm saying? So Coleon was like, you know, we doing business, we doing this and that, you know, and they had just asked, I think they got a Grammy for Mary J. So it was like they had nominated for a Grammy. So they were like, yo, you know what I'm saying? We finna move to the A, we doing some things or whatever. And I wanted to do a deal because I was so far invested into this shit a deal wasn't just coming. But the deal was coming. They just didn't know how to get in contact with me. So I ended up doing the deal with Justice League like 10 days before Universal reached out directly. So like, had I not done the Justice League deal, I probably could have still done the Universal deal, you know what I'm saying, directly or whatever. But the deal with me and Justice League was a partnership. So it didn't really sting too bad to do a partnership with them. They did a production deal. It's just, I got rubbed the wrong way when, you know what I mean? I felt like I'm the artist that's with you. We with each other. Yeah, y'all did some beats for a lot of artists or whatever y'all working with and shit, but I'm the flagship artist of what we doing. And the focus point became like they tried to use me like a pawn. Like, okay, yeah, they hadn't had no single for nobody yet. They hadn't had no like official like single. They had album cuts. So, you know what I mean? I was the single. So it was like, yo, we was there. We was all hanging out at the crib before the record had really, moved. They was trying to get me to do a different record. And I'm like, yo, on MySpace, back in the days, MySpace, I'm like, look, I got this record on my MySpace, bro. Like, this shit with pain. Like, every time, look, click, look, I'm saying, look. Every time somebody send me a friend request, they got this, she got this shit on their song, on a wall, on a whatever, you know what I'm saying? So, bro, like, this the one. I tell you what, I'll let y'all reproduce it. If you want, I'll let y'all reproduce it. And, you know what I'm saying? Let's make that the single if that make it better because we trying to do business together. I'll let y'all reproduce it if you want. But it's already going. You know what I mean? It's already doing what it need to do. So I opened up the lane to allow them to reproduce the record. You know what I'm saying? Despite it already doing great numbers and doing what it needed to do with Bolo. And I just was green. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't aware of exactly what was going on with the record. So, I wanted to, hey, we jumping in bed and do business together, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, bro, like, I'm gonna let y'all with the record that I feel like it's the strongest record out of all the records that I got. And if y'all want to with it, then cool. And then they reproduced it. And even when it popped, even when the deal came, even when everything went down, it was markets that I went to go perform, and they'll play that market and it'll be the original version. You know what I'm saying? So it was like they can't tell me that they you know what I'm saying, made that shit happen. Like motherfuckers try to make it like, oh, without them niggas. Nah, they can't tell me that, you know what I'm saying? Because I went to spots like Tucson, Arizona, like in Dallas, Texas, you know what I'm saying? Down in Austin, you know what I'm saying? And San Antonio, like Miami, like spots that I went to, different spots, they was playing that original version. So, you know what I mean? To me, it kind of put me in a up situation because now I got a producer who sat there with me. Bolo sat there with me. He with me, and, you know what I'm saying, made the beat. And then I got an artist that I was with from my city to give him, you know what I'm saying, the wave with me and him grind it out with me. And we got a beef with each other over the record. Niggas is all y'all stole the record. Niggas making up shit with that. So I got the beef with that. And then I also got the beef with the producer. You know what I'm saying? Where when he came to me, he was like, I got Silento. You know what I'm saying? I did the Whip Nene record. I want to with you, you know what I'm saying? Let's do some shit. This years later, you know what I'm saying? Years later, after all of the shit, we done plenty of records together. We done did the Know That with French. We done did all kinds of other records together. But when he could hit me with that one, he hit me with that one like, oh man, I still kind of feel slighted about how the She Got It shit went. You know what I'm saying? So I want to bring Silento to you, and we do a deal with Silento with the Whip Nene through you. But I'm going to just do it on my own because I don't really like how the She Got It shit played out. So, years later, the decision of just being a real nigga and being solid and trying to with who you with and just not understanding finickiness with a lot of these niggas' business. I mean, a lot of these niggas' feelings, it kind of put me in a lot of dispositions with, you know what I'm saying?
And that's a part of the game that a lot of people, I hope, can learn from your interview here is you had a smash hit, like a real deal hit. I mean, crazy. We already talked about all the accolades, all the lists, all that stuff, man. It was also like on, like, I believe all the songs for 2008, it was on the top 100 for all, genres and whatnot. So I'm talking about a smash hit. Now, with that came a lot of drama. So you had an artist by the name of J.U.S.T.I.C.E. Mm-hmm. And J.U.S.T.I.C.E. claimed to be the originator of She Got It. And there was a whole bunch of drama behind that. Then you had Bolo, who was the original beat maker. And at the time, you have these heavyweights, the Justice League stepping in and trying to take credit for the situation is what it seemed. Yeah. But in all that, how did you rectify all those situations? Like the situation from J.U.S.T.I.C.E. kind of played out on World Star. He was dissing and all that stuff. But with Bolo, it was said that you had basically paid him for the original beat. Is that true?
Yeah. I mean, shit. I got a filing cabinet. Shit, I go to the crib right now. I open that up. It's in there. It's paperwork in there that he sold me that original beat. You know what I'm saying? Outright. No publishing, no nothing on nothing. You know what I'm saying? I bought the record just straight out, flat out. I mean, shit. I think I paid like $500 for the beat or $1,000 for the beat at that time. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Yeah, he had like a going rate at that time on what he was paying, you know what I'm saying, charging for a beat. But I ain't even getting all of that. Like, I just was like, okay, the shit is successful. It can help him out. Let's double back. And I let him do a beat on my album. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, he did the Looking Down on Him beat on my album with me and everybody from BMU. And then I came back again. I did the French Montana Know That with him. I did the record with me, Talib Kweli, and French. I can't think of the name of that record right now. But I went back to Bolo and did several records with him just to show, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a real one. Like, that shit went however it went. I did that play in the midst of trying to get a deal and being green and not knowing, you know what I'm saying, the business play. Like, I you know what I'm saying, I went above and beyond to, you know what I'm saying, try to repair that relationship because he a real, you know what I'm saying, and, you know, he talented as, you know what I'm saying, so I wanted it to work that out and us to be straight, you know what I'm saying, but he kind of like, you know what I'm saying, threw me for left with that shit with the whole Silento thing. I was like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying, like, we were supposed to, all right, bro, we got another one again, let's, you know what I'm saying, you know the business side of it, let's do this, but he, you know, he needed to eat himself. So I think that's what was part of it. Part of it was like if I bring him in, you know what I'm saying, he gonna eat more than me or whatever. Like, the trust wasn't there, you know what I'm saying? So, man, it is what it is. You know, no harm, no foul. Like, I did mine how I did mine. You did yours how you did yours. So I think we straight now. You know what I'm saying? We square. It ain't nothing. But we could have done a lot more shit together. You know what I mean?
Now when it comes to Silento,
yeah.
And my apologies, man. My apologies. I hate cutting you off. You know what I'm saying? Right? Because you're telling really good stories. Now, when it comes to Silento and the Whip Nene song, Bolo the producer was the only producer on that song.
Yeah.
What exactly was the deal and what fell apart with that situation?
Well, I was supposed to be the label. He was gonna be the producer. We were gonna do the deal through me.